Guys, it probably felt like this was never gonna happen again, huh? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We haven't been live in a hot minute. It had been a hot minute since we've been live. A lot's been going on, but I'm back. That's all that matters. I'm back. Um, today we're gonna rebuild one of the more controversial teams in the NBA. Why do I say controversial? They're in a very awkward spot. They're a young team, but are they about to trade Ja? Are they about to not? They have the third pick in the draft. There's a lot of ways they can go. We're gonna take over from here. Brandon Clark's on this team. I mean, he's passed, but I mean, I have no problem with including him in the rebuild. A little bit of tribute. That's kind of died down. It doesn't feel disrespectful at this point. So yeah, we're gonna keep him on the team. We're gonna play as if he's here. Aldama, GG Jackson. This is interesting because not a whole lot's popping off here. We all know GG Jackson doesn't progress well in 2K. Can everybody hear me just fine? So, I'm gonna let you know now. I'm not trading Ja Morant. This rebuild will be centered around Ja Morant. So if you want to watch a Grizzlies rebuild where we get Ja Morant up to prominence, this is the rebuild for you. All right, so I do want to we have the third pick in the draft, major. I do want to do a few trades. I think I want to move off this 16th pick and kind of make something shake, get a higher draft pick. I think I want to do something where I move on from Ty Jerome and this 16th pick and get elevated. Who can I? So like the Bucks have the 10th pick, and they could use a point guard. You never really know what they're gonna need. So if I could do the 16th pick, Ty Jerome for the 10th pick, and like a Bobby P, I would do this. They want Brandon Clark. Nah, man, you can't have Brandon Clark. You have that. You have some seconds though. We can make that shake. And I'm sure I got a back end roster guy I can give you. Nah, not Walter Clayton. We need to keep Walter Clayton. What's up, Swag? Good to see you, man. Good to see you in the chat. Slow them that second. See if they do that. No, they just want a future first. I don't really want AJ Green, though. Okay, cool. I just didn't want the contract of AJ Green. So we just traded a future first, a load of seconds, Ty Jerome, and the 16th for Bobby P in the 10th. I'm cool with that. So we're heading into the draft with the 3rd and the 10th pick. 2 top 10 picks. That's massive. First pick, no surprise here. AJ DeBonsta. I imagine number 2 is good. Yep, Darren Peterson. I'm about to get a little crazy. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't want Cam Boozer. Give me the athletic freak Caleb Wilson next to the athletic freak Ja Morant. That feels money to me. That feels money to me. Solid trade, absolutely. Got to make Brandon Clark a Grizzly for life. He's gonna be in the rotation. I'm gonna try to keep him in the rotation. So we just passed on Cam Boozer to take Caleb Wilson with the 3rd pick in the draft. Little Operation Fanatario, give him a contract. What's up with you, Max Payne? Appreciate that. Oh, look at Isaiah Evans going 4th overall. Cam Boozer's teammate. What is this draft? Cam Boozer's teammate goes over him. 5th pick, Cam Boozer. Okay, as expected at that point. Darius Acuff with the 6th. Trade to announce 7th. Oh, that's a massive trade. 7th pick and Malik Monk to Golden State in exchange for Jimmy and the 26th future pick. Kingston Flemings, that's Steph's replacement at this point. I mean, that is kind of massive, bro, because they're setting up Steph's replacement. I would say that's massive. Mikal Brown with the 8th, 9th pick, another trade, 9th and Klay Thompson for Dyson. And now we're on the clock with the 10th pick. There's some good options here. There's some really good options just floating around. Chris Sinak, I could see us going this route because what's our center situation? I mean, technically we're good at center. I don't know. I might let Brandon Clark expire. I'm not sure. He'll be on the team for this next year. If he doesn't progress, he just won't fit in the plans. But I don't know. This is interesting. We have options here. We really, we're kind of, let's be honest, we're kind of booty everywhere. So it wouldn't hurt us You know what I'm saying? To draft anybody. Let's see what these guys profile as. So Chris Sinek, who does he compare to? We haven't scouted him enough to know. If we scouted, nah, we haven't scouted any of these guys. That's tough. LeBaron's gonna be JoJo White. We want JoJo White, chat. Rip B. Clark, yeah. Rest in peace, Brandon Clark. Absolutely. That's why I didn't even make a video when he passed. Like, people were asking for it. I'm like, it just doesn't feel right. I'm not trying to capitalize off of his death. But now that he's gone, I mean, I can keep him. Or now that that's passed, we can keep him on the team. Yeah, Braden Burries might be I think he's got the most potential here. So I think we're gonna take Braden Burries out of Arizona with the 10th pick in the draft. So we're leaving this draft with Caleb Wilson and Braden Burries. I think that's a dub, chat. And there's just trades out the wazoo. The Jazz, who had just traded for Jaren Jackson, are trading Jaren Jackson for DeAndre Hunter and the 11th pick, in which they select Allen Graves out of Santa Clara. Holy hell. All right, so Caleb Wilson, 82 overall. I'll take it. Absolutely will take it. And then Braden Burries, 77. Cool. I can work with that. Caleb Wilson coming in at 82 is lovely, by the way. Well, you know, I really want to get off that Caldwell Pope contract, but I think we can eat it for one more year because I don't think we're going to be making any crazy free agent signings this year. Trade for Wagler. Bro, Burries next to Ja. Yeah, Burries next to Ja is going to be fire. That's what we're going to run out. That's going to be our starting backcourt because I don't see Coward as a 2. I see Coward more as a 3. I don't think he can shoot good enough to be a 2. Yeah, 33% three-point shooter. I think he profiles more as a 3. So here's the thing. There's a lot of guys that's not going to be able to crack this rotation. Like Scottie Pippen Jr., I'm not going to play him. I'm instead going to play Walter Clayton, try to develop him. At the 2, Cam Spencer, I would rather give those minutes to Braden Burries. Maybe Cam Spencer gets some minutes off the bench. Maybe. At the 3, I like our 3. I like both these guys getting solid minutes at the 3. The 4 position, obviously, that's Caleb Wilson's now. We have to decide who do we want moving forward out of these 3. We kind of got to pick one out of these 3. They all have potential. I don't know. Zach Edey's clearly the man at center. We have to find a good backup. I don't know if Bobby Porter's probably going to fall off. So that's probably where some of our money's going to go in the offseason. We got a lot of work to do. Edwin, I know, man. I haven't been live in a minute. It's good to see y'all. It's good. I'm going to try to get back on track with it, man. I struggle going live. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But it's so freaking fun when we do it. I just got to get more consistent with it. Okay, so yeah, I know we're spinning wheels here, but I want to cover all the bases. I think we're good at point. I maybe could add a 2, good at the 3, maybe add a center if he's young and has potential. Okay. You know what? It would be let's take a shot on Jaden Ivey. He's obviously had a lot of stuff going on, fell out of touch with the league. You know, they ain't going to remember the Grizzlies on Judgment Day anyway. We're on the same page with that, so maybe you can play for us. Perfect. I like taking a chance on Jaden Ivey there. Not mad at that at all. As far as center goes, is there a young center I can take a chance on? A guy like Day'Ron Sharp. Oh, man, if we can get him at a minimum or a roster's full, can't get anybody. All right, cool. Sorry, Day'Ron. I was literally about to say him. I feel like Jaden Ivey's a great... Jaden Ivey and Ja at locker room's a mess. No, we're going to fix him. We can fix him. We can fix him, bro. We can fix him. Player progression. Okay, I like to see Ja getting his head back on straight, back up to a 90. And let's be real, Ja at 87, that was too low anyway. So Ja's a 90. Really, nobody else on this team is great right now, but I love the way we're trending. Guys are trending very positively. All right, let's set us a rotation. Jesse Caldwell Pope is a 72 overall, just hanging on, making 20 M's. That is diabolical. All right, so I'm sorry, bro. I don't have a roster spot for you. I would like to. I ain't got a roster spot for you, Pip. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a roster spot for you. I'm just not gonna cut Brandon Clark. I ain't got that in me. We're gonna at least keep him for this season. Caldwell, have I made enough cuts? I think I just made them cut somebody for me. I think I just goofed. Don't tell me. Who did you cut? They cut Caldwell Pope. I mean, they cut the best one, so I'm cool with that. This team honestly has loads of potential, Chad. Let's be honest. This team has crazy potential. I'm rocking with it. Okay. Let's set this rotation. Obviously, I like Jaden Ivey, man, but no. I want to start Braden Burries. I want to put all our time into Braden Burries. He's going to play, don't worry. I don't know if... This is just the problem here. Somebody's not going to be able to play. Bobby Portis is the veteran, so let's clock him in at around 10. GG. I would like to get... Somebody's just going to get burned. That's just the nature of it. Obviously, Caleb Wilson won't be one of those guys getting burned. Howard over Wells feels right, but they're both really good. Yeah, Coward's the first round pick, so we're going to go with Coward over Wells. Both are going to play. This is a great problem to have, though. Trade Aldama. We might need to trade Aldama, not going to lie. We do know we want Walter Clayton getting at least 10 minutes per game. We also have to get Jaden Ivey, get him a chance, get him back in the rotation. This is just a base. We're not gonna. This isn't nothing. None of this is final at the moment. Just giving ourselves a bit. I feel like you're right. Whoever said trade Aldama, I think you're right. So let's work something out there, even if we don't get anything but a future draft pick. And let me get that new class in real quick. That's a good call. Just because, like, he's clearly, like, based on what we're trying to do here. He's very clearly an odd man out. Yeah, shout out to Max Payne. Pretty good draft class coming in. I wouldn't mind having a top pick, maybe getting one of these centers like Boomji, or like who's the other center? Cam Williams. Yeah, there's some good options there. Okay. So somebody throw a future first at me. Cause yeah, I think I'd rather give these minutes to GG Jackson. I think that makes more sense. Aldama for Mark Williams. That's not bad. I mean, that's really not bad. I'm just scanning. Just scanning to see what they'll throw at me. I don't like using Trade Finder, but I mean, it's not bad to find a, like, you know, get an idea. All right, so I think Aldama, if there's anybody else I don't think I'm going to play that I could throw in, like maybe a Javon Small, who's a very solid player, I'm just not ever going to play him. Oh, we can't. Damn it. Cam Spencer would be a good one because I really don't want him to crack my rotation now that I picked up Jaden. So if I can get these two, we'll just throw in that future second. Who's a team that can spare it? The Bulls. There's no way they do that. We're not swapping. What if I throw you a future first? I would do this. Aldama, Spencer, a future first, second for Jalen Smith and their pick this season. I'm not crazy about trading Prosper. Although I'm not really going to trade Prosper. I'll give you one more future pick. Cool. I mean, that was a lot, but at the end of the day, if that pick comes out to be really good this year, the Bulls are going to be bad. Then that we could also be bad. That could make for two great picks. We wound up trading Aldama, Spencer, a second-round pick, 2 futures in a few years down the road for the Bulls pick next season. There's the Cavs second and Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith's not going to crack our rotation. Not this season. We might wind up re-upping, but not right now. Not right now. Okay, so that kind of clears things up for us. That's going to clear the door. I know I want Ja and Braden getting a ton of minutes. Massive trade. It could be massive. That could be a massive trade. Howard, here's what we're going to do this year, because this year, you got to remember, we're not necessarily trying to win this year. We're trying to figure stuff out. So I want Howard and Wells literally splitting minutes so I can figure out who the guy is there. I can figure out who can I lean on more in the future. That guy will get like a 30 to 12, 30 to 14 split in the next season. Caleb Wilson, obviously getting around 33-ish. Zach Edey, about 28 for now. Bobby Portis, obviously just a veteran presence off the bench. I think it only makes sense to give Prosper solid minutes because he did just have a really good year last season. Small, Rupert, and Smith are the 3 not playing. That makes sense. Trade job, bro. Make it realistic. I'm going to be honest, Antonio. I think it's realistic either way. Like, I can see a route they keep or get rid of Ja. I'm going to try to keep him for now. I'm going to try to work it out. So I have 7 minutes to spare. I'm pretty firm on how many minutes my starters are getting right now. Maybe, I mean, nah, Edey's where he needs to be. I think we boost out of these guys. I think we boost Clayton a little bit. and then Ivy. Yes, I kind of like this rotation. The minutes match up, everything makes sense. Okay, so our starting lineup is going to be John Morant, Braden Burry, Cedric Coward, Caleb Wilson, Zach Keedy. Off the bench, we got Jalen Wells, G.G. Jackson, Jaden Ivey, Walter Clayton, Bobby Portis, Oliver Maxine Prosper. Let's run it. That's solid. That's not bad at all. Ja's a top 10 player when he's healthy and focused. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's just a matter of keeping him there, man. Like, it's just tough for him to stay there. Now, if we're bad this year, Chad, that's not necessarily a bad thing because we have our pick, the Bulls pick, and the Timberwolves pick, which is a best swap. So we could leave this with some really good picks, and I might trade him for a star. I mean, we could really be setting ourselves up well next season. So I'm not even impressed if we're not good right now. Bruce Branch incoming, maybe. Damn, your team minutes, Matt. Bro, that's probably the most even I've ever had it. To be honest, I'm usually not a guy that has it that even. That was crazy. Braden Burry's amazing pull. That's my Arizona Wildcat. Yeah, he's solid, bro. He's a very good player. And it worked out because I got my guy, Caleb Wilson. I got one of my Tar Heels and one of your Wildcats. So Ja's hooping. That's the one thing that's great to see. He's back to being Ja, if not better than ever. Yeah, he's like prime Ja right now. That's perfect. And look at Braden Burry's. The 10th pick in the draft. Having like a Conca Nipple type season. 24, very efficient. Okay, that's good. That's gonna set us up well. Trade for Triple J. They just traded Triple J. JT wins Cup MVP. Shout out to him. I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs, but the fact that Braden Burry's is doing what he's doing, yeah, that's encouraging. That's very encouraging. I just tuned in. How'd you get the 10th off the Bucks? We traded. We had like a little package. It was like 16. I think it was 16th pick, Ty Jerome, and a future first for Bobby Portis in the 10th. And Bobby Portis is probably going to wind up just falling off the books. Unless he's old, right? Like, Bobby Portis is getting old. Yeah, he's 31, and he's $14 million are going to fall off the books. So that's not a bad thing. We should have a lot of money to work with this offseason. Jaden Ivey in what is a comeback season is doing kind of well in 14 minutes per game. Averaging 10. Not bad. Not mad at that. Trade for Trey Murphy? I could see that. Trey Murphy on this team could work. Trey Murphy on this team could really work. We're hovering around that 500 mark. I'm glad you said that because I would say the one position, like if you look at our team, hang on. Point guard's pretty much locked down. I think Walter Clayton's going to get a lot better. I think he's going to progress well. And even if he doesn't, like hell, Javon Small might. The two, Braden Burry's is going to be developing. He's the star there. Oh, wow, Jalen Wells is pissed. I mean, I get it. Like, you're fighting for minutes, but you know what? I'm glad I seen that. If you're pissed, I mean, I'll keep you on the team for now, but I'm just going to give your minutes to Coward if you're going to act like that. I mean, why not? Let's get these two more minutes. They're hooping. They're out there balling. That makes it even, Chops, that makes it even more likely we trade for Trey Murphy in this offseason. Because if Wells is going to like have that attitude, we can't have him on the team. That chemistry's not clicking. Did you use scenarios? Yeah, KR, I use scenarios. Typically, that's what I do for right now because the draft lottery, you can always find it set. Keeps it as realistic as it can be, I guess. 28 and 33. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want us to make the playoffs because we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win anything. Why not get a lottery pick? Like it would make sense to intentionally lose right now. Also, if you're not able to watch this whole thing and at any point in time you want to leave, just subscribe to my YT. Link is in my bio, and you'll be able to watch the whole thing. Because as I end, I've got it set up to where when I end the stream, it gets posted on YT. Jokic wins MVP, averaging a triple-double, 60% from the field. That's tough. Been watching bro forever, and I just now realized you can make it full screen. That's tough. You've been watching vertical. Rookie of the year. Rookie of the year is Darren Peterson, averaging a mean 25, 7, and 7. That's tough. I mean, Braden Burry's had a hell of a season, but not 25, 7, and 7 tough. That's crazy. Sixth man of the year, Jalen Green. They done bumped him down to the bench. And we did not make the playoffs. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted that lottery pick. And we're going to get potentially 2 of them because we also had the Bulls pick. And I don't see the Bulls in the playoffs. Oh, the Bulls were awful. That's great. That's all we wanted to see. Of course you're bad. You're starting Aldama at center. That was never going to work. That was never, ever going to work for you. Let's check our stats. We got a lot to be happy about. We didn't make the playoffs, but we got a lot to be excited about. For one, Jaws up to a 92 overall, averaging 31 and 8 a night. I mean, he just had it. Yeah, this is a Grizzly build. This is a Grizzly build. Grizzly build. Ja just had a legacy year. 55% from the field. 31 and 8. That's tough. Braden Burry showing crazy promise. Caleb Wilson, yeah, sure, I would have liked to see more, but I can live with 15 and 8 out of my star rookie. Outside of that, not a whole lot to be happy about. I mean, Zach Edey wasn't great, but we're gonna have a lot of money this offseason, so I'm cool. I think Jaden Wells and one of those picks is gonna get traded for a more elite small forward that we can start at the 3 and then we can move Cedric Coward to the bench. I think that's the play. Yeah, you have to go to scenarios, Jay Scott. That's how you get it. You can go to scenarios and you can just find where somebody punched in the lottery. All right. Cade Cunningham, finals MVP as they beat the Timberwolves in 5. Who's retiring? LeBron, you ain't retiring. Oh, yes, you are. I can't override it. That's tough. LeBron and Russell Westbrook retiring on the Lakers just like it was meant to be. Just like it was meant to be, because that first time they both played together in LA, it worked so well. All right, big moment for us. We have, as you can see, 2 potential lottery picks. How's it going to play out? We get the first pick. So that trade we did was huge. We come away with the first pick and the 12th. I don't know if I want to make that pick or not. I got to weigh my options. I'm glad we have the option. I think Tyron Stokes is the obvious answer right here. His ceiling is Vince Carter. Oh, absolutely. But what we will be doing, we got to get off of Jalen Wells. I think he's a great player. I'd love to keep him, but his attitude ain't where it needs to be. He doesn't want to be here. I don't want to force him to be here. He don't want to be here. We're probably going to be moving on from that. But yeah, let's go ahead and take Stokes with that first pick. Not overthink that. He's got a super high potential. 6'7", 245 out of Kentucky. Tyron Stokes with the first pick. Moving on to the 12th pick. Maybe this is something we can make. I think it makes sense. There's not a lot of great centers. I was going to say it would make sense to take a center who had potential, but obviously none of those guys have a lot of potential. Bro's name is Abraham John Maker Bowl. Make your mind up. What do you want your name to be, bud? You can't have all those names. This one makes a lot of sense to trade. Unfortunately, I don't have access to all my players. But maybe I can just package these 2 picks for something interesting. Nah, we'll make them. All those trades feel fake. All those trades feel stupid. All right, so maybe a point guard with some potential like Dylan Mingo. I don't know if he ever plays for us. It could work. It could not. And then let's take Xavier Booker. Like a center with potential might pan out for. Okay. Jalen Wells, Portis, and some picks for a solid small forward. I do think we're going to upgrade that small forward spot. Or the power forward spot. So Bobby Portis re-ups. Jalen Wells, we have the team option. So now we can make a trade. This is where we get busy. This is where we get absolutely busy. Point guard is looking pretty good. Dylan Mingo coming in at 76. He might be able to steal some minutes. We'll see. Depends on how long this video goes. If the video goes on for a while, Dylan Mingo might be able to sneak in the rotation. Two still looks good. I like it with Braden Burries and Jaden Ivey. Don't think we need to disturb that. The 3, Jalen Wells now has to go. Maybe it makes sense to upgrade the 4 or 5. So let's go ahead and get something popping. We're talking Jalen Wells, Bobby Portis. That would be a great opportunity. You know what? Center's the spot we need to upgrade. Because Caleb's going to progress. Howard's going to progress. Stokes is going to be a good backup 3. 2's good. 1's good. We need a star center. If we can shake it. I'll just throw in Caleb Foster. I don't even know why he's on my team. Let's see what that can get us. I know it's not going to land us a superstar. We took Dylan Mingo with the 12th. I know that's not going to land us a superstar, but we can get somebody good out of this. Is that enough to get us Duran? I don't even know if I want Duran. He is on a great contract. $15 million a year. Let's take a peek at Jarrett Allen. If that can get us Jarrett Allen, that's probably better. I don't know. He's older. I don't know, man. I don't want Sengun. I've had Sengun in too many rebuilds. I'm just not a fan of how he works out. Duran could be a good one. Duran's not bad. Duran isn't bad. Bam, we've had Bam a lot. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I think let's just, if they'll take it, like worst case scenario, what? I mean, Duran's not a bad guy to have. If they'll do Wells, Portis, and Caleb Foster for Duran, I'll do that. Okay, yeah, I mean, I could see a reality where Duran has a few more playoff failures. They get tired of them and they move on. So, for that reason, we're going to trade Jalen Wells, Bobby Portis, and Caleb Foster for Jalen Duran. And I think we just got our starting center. So now we have 2 very good centers with Jalen Duran and Zach Edey. That combo is going to wreak havoc. We need to find Caleb Wilson a backup that's very good, that can put some pressure on us. The 3's looking great. I mean, the 2 looks... This team's progressing, man. We have decent money, I think I just seen. What's our cap holds looking like? Yeah, I would like to bring GG Jackson back. I'm not, like, tripping if he wants a lot of money. Josh Hart would be great if he wasn't about to fall off the face of the planet. Because I just know he dips. I think for now our best bet's to bring back GG. Only 22 years old. That's probably going to be our best bet. I want to bring in a point guard. I'm not even saying he will play. This is what's important here. I'm not even saying the guy we're about to bring in is going to play. But let's bring in Trey Jones just in case Walter Clayton doesn't progress how we want. Then we have a good backup point guard in Trey Jones. All right, so we're going to land Trey Jones and GG Jackson. I feel like that's going to put us in a pretty good spot. And is there a young 4 we can add? Just checking the scene. Yeah, a guy like Jordan Walsh. If I could get him, add him to the team. Ooh, perfect. Jordan Walsh. Moving on to player progression. This is going to be big for us. If you get Duran, raises shot Tennessee a little because it's like a 50. Noted. Noted. All right, player progression. Beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Ja, 92. Duran, 86. Just green. Just green all up and down. GG up to an 83. Caleb up to an 83. Burry's up to an 82. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. And I think you're on to something saying start Stokes. I think that's a good idea too. Because obviously we're compromising his potential if we don't start him. And I don't think Cedric Coward's going to get but so good. I mean, we might be a year or 2 away from a championship. Like this team, like the writing is on the wall. Jaden Ivey, I mean, I love what you're doing, dog, but I got to stick with Burries. So we're going to get Jaden Ivey at about 14. Trey Jones, I feel like I got him as that insurance policy. That's all he's going to be. We're going to stick with Clayton, who's progressing. Give him about 18. No, about 16. For now, let's plug Stokes in at 18 for now. That's very likely going to change. I don't need any of these guys. This makes sense that these are my 4, like, reserves in case anybody freaks out, doesn't want to play good. Let's definitely start Caleb over GG. We can get GG at about 18. No, about 16. Get Caleb up to 32. I think just because this feels right, I'm going to give Stokes very good minutes off the bench. But for now, we're going to run it with Coward. And we're going to keep a very close eye on it. So don't think he's the starter all season. Don't think that's just penciled in. Pull some of these minutes from Ivy. Pull some of these minutes from GG. Pull some of these from Walter. Give some more to Stokes. Pull some from Edie so we can treat Duran like a true starter. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. So Morant leading the charge. Burry's at 30. Coward 31. Actually, let's go this. Let's go Coward 28. Burry's 33 because that's such a good year last year. So Morant 35 minutes. Burry's 33. Howard 28, Wilson 32, Duran 32. Then off the bench you have Stokes, Edie, Walter Clayton, GG Jackson, Ivy. Okay, run it. Yeah, let's see these tendencies real quick. That does need to be considered. Yeah, I think I don't know if his boost his shot, not his touch. His shot needs to be about 70. I'm cool with that. Zach Edie doesn't really touch the ball a lot. Definitely need to get Caleb's up. That was a good point out, whoever mentioned that. Appreciate you for reminding me. And then we'll bump Burry's shot up even more because he's balling. He needs the ball more. All right, cool. Let's see how this works. We're going to be better. I think we're playoff bound. I really do. At trade deadline, compare Coward and Stokes stats. That's kind of what I was thinking, Chops. That's about where I'm at with it. I just wanted to give... Coward the first crack at keeping his job. Because he did outperform Wells last season. He's averaging 9, and Stokes is already above him with less minutes. Yeah, let's give him till Christmas. We're going to let Stokes start his first game on Christmas. We're going to let him ride the bench until then, and then he's going to take a lot of minutes from Coward. That's going to wind up, I'm telling y'all, that's going to wind up being the key for us. The fact that we got him with the first pick, that's going to be huge for us. All right, 17 and 14 at Christmas. We're capable of making some noise here. Let's bench Coward. His minutes are gonna get significantly cut here. We're talking like down to around 18. It's time for the Stokes show. 31 out of Stokes. We're not gonna touch the rest of our stars. How's Caleb doing? Okay, noticeable jump for Caleb. Duran's fitting in here, 16 and 10. Zach Edey, I mean, yeah, 6, 7, and 10 wasn't enough. You got to keep in mind Zach Edey was coming off that injury, not the same player. So, yeah, that makes sense. Ivy's doing very good in the minutes I'm able to give him. How's Burry's? Is Burry's keeping it up? Oh, Burry's is even better. Yeah, man, we're looking great. We're looking awesome. I love the direction we're headed. I think we're making the playoffs this season. We're playoff bound. It's going to be a nice progression. Nah, man, you the GOAT. You the GOAT, not me. Not me. It's going to be a nice progression to, like, no playoffs, solid playoff team, championship contender. I'm telling you, that's the path. That's the vision. Did I get rid of GG? Nah, GG's still here. GG's just, we got Caleb Wilson, so we don't have starting minutes for GG. I wish I could play him more. I mean, you got a guy like Caleb Wilson. You got to let him develop. Year or two, Caleb's putting up good numbers for us. We're going to stick with that. As long as GG's not pissed, I mean, I'm cool with him coming off my bench. About to be 30 and 22 if we can get this dub. Oh, okay, we fall off a little bit, but... Crazy how good you have to be in the Western Conference just to make the playoffs. Like, this record in the East, like, you're coasting to a playoff spot. What's the one person you always try to get while rebuilding? I try not to do the same ones. Obviously, I have my guys, like Kobe White's a guy I go to a lot. Rui as a bench guy is always money. Lou Dort's always money as a bench guy. But, I mean, I try not to get the same guys. Like, y'all know I try to keep it realistic to a degree. You know what I'm saying? So, Guys, I am so sorry. I just now have looked at our gifts, so I have to update. Let me say, Notorious Swagger dropped a Go Popular, a Heart Me, and a Rose on a Shottown Low, one of my favorite creators on the app. Stopped by to drop some roses. Tuti O'Brien dropped a rose. That is saying, okay, we were already friends, and he also dropped the golden boxing gloves. And Noah dropped a rose. Let me follow him back. That's a thing I do. In case y'all didn't know, I've been doing this for as long as I've been going live. If you drop a live, a rose is literally a penny. So this isn't like a money thing for me. But if you can support me enough to drop any gifts, I always follow you back. So if you create content and want me to see it, drop a rose or better, and you'll get a follow back. Anyway, all right. Anthony Edwards wins MVP. Tyron Stokes, man, rookie of the year. We didn't always give him clean minutes throughout the year. He still averaged 16, 5, and 5. That's nice. That's nice. We'll take it. And we unfortunately are not gonna make the playoffs. That's tough because we were the 7 seed. Man, we won 40. We went 49 and 33 and didn't make the playoffs. That is tough. Like, that is actually tough. Let's check our numbers though. I'm still not. I have hope. I have genuine hope we could win it all next season. Because Burries is gonna be better. I'm probably gonna make a move. I'm probably in some regard we're gonna make a move. Numbers for the team was solid. I mean, Jalen Duren done what I hoped he would do. Stokes was good. Stokes is gonna be so good next season. Between these top 4, chat, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay. Top of the East, top of the West, but the middle tier. I don't know. I think the top of the West is better. Like, obviously the Knicks won it this year, but I think, like, if I'm just being, like, my gut is telling me if the Thunder were healthy, they would have beat the Knicks. Like, if J-Dub never got hurt, I feel like they would have beat the Knicks. Suns beat the Cavs in 5, which is crazy. That's just diabolical. Yeah, bring it on back for one more year. Durant and Curry. Bring it on back. All right, so I don't really think, like, if we have a good draft pick, we're going to trade it because we're not at the point where we need more rookies. Like, Ja's entering his prime. I don't think we need to waste much more time. So, Cylinder, don't be mad, bro. You just had a great season with us. Do not be mad. Go and get off Trey Jones and that lottery pick. What's a position of need? Where could I upgrade? I think really nowhere. We're so good. Maybe the 4. Like, if I can get a solid 4 up in here. Jabari Smith would be cold. I'm not going to lie. It would make G.G. Jackson basically unplayable, but this would be cold. A lottery pick and Trey Jones for Jabari. Yeah, they were never going to do that. Maybe if I throw in Xavier Booker, though. That might do it. Ah. That would be so cold. I'm not going to lie. It would be so. We need to keep Dylan Migo because, to be honest, he might jump Walter Clayton this offseason. I'll give you another pick. All right, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing it. We'll just keep it. Let's see if I can flip that pick. That lottery pick with, like, another pick next year. A lot of times you can do that, yeah. We're going to just flip that pick because I don't think we need one this year. Burries will be a superstar next season. I really think so, bro. Like, that's why I haven't even tried to upgrade the 2. Like, we know how good he's going to be. All right, so we got a lot of big boys to get back this year. So Morant, Howard. Go ahead and accept all those options. So now let's see who the guys are. So just Morant needy. We can do that. We can get him back. If Morant leaves me, I'm going to cry. I'm genuinely going to cry if Morant leaves me. Like, we got to give him the bag. Like, this is your team, y'all. Okay, cool. Perfect. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried he was gone. That would just be that would be how 2K does me. Like, we finally get it how we want it, boom, gone. Alright, so I think we have it. Like, there's nothing to do. Like, okay, so, like, we're good at point guard. Walter Clayton or Dylan Migo is gonna progress insanely and we're gonna be dope. 2, I still like 2. 3 is gonna be awesome next year. This team is magnificent. There's nothing to really do. If I can get Zubac at that value, wow, of course. Even if he falls off, like, that's a good, like, insurance policy. Player progression. Okay, so Edie is down to an 83 for some reason. I guess Duran coming in messed up his progression. Fair enough. Clayton is an 82. Dylan Mingo will pass him next season without a doubt if we make it that far. Caleb Wilson not progressing kind of hurts my feelings. Gigi Jackson is better than him now, so that stings. But all in all, I mean, the team's progressing very well. Very, very well. I've thought that for a long time, Michael. Like, if 2K had that, yes, that would be dope. That cool kid dropped a rose, hit him with the follow back. Bentrell dropped 17 roses. Shout out to him, followed him back. That cool kid dropped 3 more roses. And that's okay. We're up to speed on that. Thank you guys for supporting. I followed you guys back. If you make cool content, I do watch it. Like, I do go down my friends tab and watch all that content more than anything else. All right. We got some work to do. I don't think Zubac is gonna play. He's on a 1-year like insurance policy. Clayton, about 12 of them. Edie's not progressing, so I don't really care how much he plays. It's crazy Caleb Wilson just stopped getting better. That was nice. That was really cool. But maybe he'll pick it back up. The starting lineup's beautiful. The starting lineup's absolutely gorgeous. We got some good guys that can't even crack the rotation. We got Ivy as the 10th man, Walter Clayton as the 9th, Edie as the 8th, Gigi as the 7th, and Coward as the 6th man. Starting lineup's gonna be Morant, Burry, Stokes, Wilson, and Duran. That is a fire starting lineup. Can it progress to a lot of W's? I think it can, man. I think we're right there. Ring this year? Probably not, but maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Like, that's where we're trending. We're definitely making the playoffs this year. So we're 16-4 to start the season. Morant's cooking. Wilson's up to an 85 overall. That's great. Duran's doing okay. Gigi Jackson's doing awesome in limited minutes. I'm tempted to flip him over Wilson, but I don't think I can do that just yet. I like what I'm seeing, though. Keep it up. Can you do some jump-ins this season if you make playoffs? Oh, absolutely. If we make the playoffs, we're gonna plan on doing a jump-in. Unless we just get blitzed in the first round or something. Like if we go, y'all typically how I do it. Like if it's like a game 5, game 6, game 7, I think about it. But if we're just down 3-0, what's the point? When playoff comes, shorten rotation. Definitely thinking about it, bro. Definitely think about it. You know what? I might do that now. Like let's get our guys. Let's kind of commit to our guys. Like Duran, you've been great for us, but let's trim those minutes. Let's trim here. Let's trim here. Let's get Coward a little more off the bench. Let's let Burries get up there with Stokes. That looks a little better. Maybe cut. I don't want to cut GG. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for a little bit. Kind of focusing on our top 7. I think that's the money strategy. Let the other guys just fill in. Could Caleb Wilson get traded for a better power forward if he doesn't progress? Is definitely a thought, man. Like he's definitely not doing how I thought he. Caleb Wilson should be like an 88 overall by now. Like he's having good seasons. We could get this ring we're after right here though. Yeah, we're in the A+ position. I think we've had a great rebuild. You guys have helped in the chat as you always do. You know, it's a very interactive chat when we do these rebuilds. That's what I love. And I feel like we're cooking. Like, will we get a ring? I mean, to validate us, hopefully. But either way, we're cooking. It's auto player progression. Every year in 2K, you go to a tab and it auto progresses them. That's why it's a little random, but I mean that's the most realistic way that it is random. You know, some players take jumps, sometimes they don't. Did I switch up on Wemby? What do you mean? Speaking of, Wemby wins MVP. Bruce Chandler, Rookie of the Year. That's my dog, Bruce Chandler. Everybody knows Bruce Chandler. And we are the 1 seed. So we go from struggling, not making the playoffs, to being the best team in the NBA. The best team. So we could just end this thing right here, right now. We got a very good shot. Let's check out our player stats. John Morant led the way. I mean, he's just been a pillar of consistency. 31, 25, 26, just balling. Over 50% from the field. John, what you doing? Braden Burries has consistently been the second best player since he got here. Stokes, good year. Caleb, I mean, everybody's cooking. Everybody's cooking, man. All right, so first round, we got the sack. Reed Shepard, Jaren Jackson. We can beat these guys, man. Come on, don't waste our time. Take game 1, take game 2, take game 3. Talk to Owen. Get up on my playoffs. On to San Antonio, second round. I feel like it's kind of crazy. They're a 5 seed, but what do I know? We take game 1. We take game 2. Take game 3. We just swept Wemby. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. On to play Dallas, who has... Where's Coop? How did they lose Coop? I thought... Listen. When I seen Kevin Durant, I'm like, oh, this team's going to be crazy. You mean to tell me they lost Coop? Bro, where is Coop at? How did you sell? Dallas is just selling bags. Cooper Flag is in Chicago. How did they allow this? How on earth? Oh my goodness. It's a damn good thing they starting Julius Halifananu because, buddy, AJ DeBonsta and Cooper Flag on Chicago. What is in the water? I mean, the dumb assery that is Nico Harrison just rubbed off into the next GM, and they let Cooper walk. Okay, if we lose to this team, I don't know what to tell you. This team's trash. Like, this team would have been good 6 years ago, but an old washed Kyrie, if we lose to a 40-year-old KD and a 37-year-old Kyrie, we're never gonna get it done. They take game 1, of course they do. We take game 2, we bounce back. We take game 3, we take game 4. They take game 5. We beat them in 6. And Ja Morant, after a long haul, is headed to the NBA Finals to play Jalen Johnson. Oh, wow. They went out and got Jared McCain, who was turned into basically what Trae Young was for him. Maybe not statistically, but overall-wise. And they got Jace. This is a good team. Yeah, we can't sleep on these guys. We're definitely going to take this game by game. We're in the finals. Hello. Like, we have to take it game by game. I like what I'm seeing, chat. I love what I'm seeing, chat. We absolutely blow the doors off of them. We put 150 up in game 1. Stokes 25 and 11. Morant 23 and 12. That is just gorgeous. Come on, man. Let's add another championship to our live resume, bro. Come on. Game 2 is looking fantastic. 137 to 116. Braden Burries 31 and 10. My goodness. It's a parade inside John City. Game 3. Oh my goodness. Talk about going on the road up 2-0. Like you just take any fight they had and just squash it into the ground, opening up 35 to 14. That's tough. But they're coming back. No, they're not. They're cooked. They came back a little bit, but in the end, they're cooked. Caleb Wilson finally steps up for us. Going for 27, 13, and 7. That's crazy tough. Can we make them talk to Owen in the finals, or will they at least defend their building one time? Yeah, Knicks. I ain't gonna lie, Knicks would go super crazy when teams when teams needed to win a game this year. Knicks would just punch them in the mouth. It was kind of crazy. And we make them talk to Owen, chat. Braden Burries 30-point game. And just like that, Ja Morant is a NBA champion. Talk to Owen. A 16-2 playoff run. That was our first time making the playoffs. On 55 sim difficulty, which is harder than average, going 16-2 in the playoffs is insane. Ja Morant led the way, but oh my god, this team was stacked. Like our worst, we only had one player worse than 81 overall. Let's go. Absolutely. Okay, guys, I'm trying my best. That's gonna conclude this. So you know that's gonna be all we do today. You're actually live. Shout out to you. I hate you just got here. But listen. Before you leave, if you got here a little late, all you have to do, like literally 30 minutes from now, this live in its entirety will be posted on YT. You can skim through, see the important parts. All you got to do is go subscribe to my YT. Link is in the bio. Just in case you missed it and you want to go back and watch it. With that said, leave a comment on my YT or my most recent TikTok. Tell me what you want to see next on live. It's a very good chance we'll do it. It's a very good chance. I read all the comments. Very good chance. I really appreciate y'all kicking it with me. When will I be live again? Good question. I will try my best to be live either Tuesday or Thursday of this upcoming week. So not tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's Father's Day, not tomorrow, but Tuesday or Thursday. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Go check out the YT. Leave a few comments. I really appreciate the love over there. It helps me more than you know. And yeah, as always. Till next time, fellas.